Hi, I'm Sue Gavin-Leone, and I have notes. I work at the Penn Libraries. I've worked in a lot of different departments. Right now, I work in interlibrary loan. I've been there for 15 years. Before that, I worked at the Burlington County Library System, which is my home county library system, and I worked in youth services there. So I did the summer reading programs and worked with the youth volunteers. Before that, I worked at Zany Brainy, the toy store, part-time. This was when my kids were very little. And I worked in the book department and software and got really good deals on Legos. It was when I was working at the book department at Zany Brainy that I finally figured out what I wanted to be when I grow up, which was a librarian. And then I just had to figure out how to get there. When I worked at the Burlington County Library System, they had a tuition benefit for your master's program, but I needed my undergrad. I went to work at Penn because I needed a tuition benefit for my kids to go through college. And it turns out if you work there, they'll let you go to school there. And I got my undergrad in theater arts. And then our union sponsors 5 people to go for their masters. My union is based at the library at Penn. So a few years after I graduated, I got this opportunity. And I'm hoping it's going to be my second act. When I retire, I hope to have my master's by then, and I'd like to work part-time as a children's librarian locally and give up the rush hour commute. So that's academics. Hobbies and things. I volunteer at the Franklin Institute. I've been a volunteer there since my kids were there with the robotics group. So it's about 15 years. Let's see. So I should talk about my family. My husband and I have been married for about 30 years, a little more. We have 3 grown sons, all Eagle Scouts, all launched, thank you God. And my oldest son is getting married in October, and my youngest son is about to pop the question to his girlfriend. Very exciting. My middle son lives at home. He just finished paying off all of his college debt. I'm very proud of him. He works as a computer programmer. He also volunteers at the local model railroad club with my husband. So that's us. That's me. And I'm looking forward to meeting everybody for, oh, you know what? I wanted to tell you about some of the 2 really good storytellers I know. 2 of the best storytellers I know work through the church. They're both priests. The one is our pastor. We go to church at Sacred Heart in Camden. His name is Father Michael Doyle. And he tells great stories in his sermons about growing up in Ireland. But if you really want to hear him tell a story, you have to hear him tell a eulogy, because he sits with the family and he learns about that person, if he doesn't already know them, and many times he does. And you hear him tell that person's story, and it's just powerful and moving. But before that, when I was growing up, we went to church in a fire hall, because the development was new and the fire hall hadn't been built, or the fire hall was there and the church hadn't been built. And our young parish priest by the name of John Cavaniero was a fabulous storyteller. And some Sundays, instead of telling a homily, he'd tell a story. And when my mother died, he came back, and for her funeral he told a story. And just really gifted men, and it made going to church so much more fun. So that's me, that's my story, and I look forward to meeting everyone. Bye.